Welcome to the G.E.M, the Grand Enterprises Movement. Our mission is to motivate, to energize, to uplift, to encourage, and of course, to inspire one another each and every single day, y'all. I am super duper excited, y'all. We have an amazing guest star with us today, a business coach, an amazing entrepreneur who is here to grace us with her presence today, Miss Cori Fonville Foster. She's in the building, y'all. Hey, Miss Cori. Listen,
Hey,
I'm
thank you
super
so much.
excited.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me. I have been really pumped up for this podcast all week. I'm like, oh, we gonna have a good old time. So I'm excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cori, and thank you for reaching out to me through Black Speakers Network. Shout out to the Black Speakers Network, y'all. They are amazing. If you're not already a part of them as a Black speaker and as an entrepreneur trying to engage other speakers and entrepreneurs, it is definitely an amazing platform. So definitely join if you haven't already, because that's how we connected, right, Miss Cori?
Yes, it
Yes.
was.
Absolutely. So I'm super duper excited today to have you here as a guest star here on the G.E.M. I say guest star because you are an amazing star at what you do. You do what you do, boo. And we are excited to have you here. You are a business coach and entrepreneur, and we want to hear all about it. So Cori, please tell the folks that are watching, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, hi, I'm Cori Fonville Foster. I'm a speaker, I'm a trainer, I'm a certified business coach that really focuses on implementation, like getting things done. And I'm also the CEO of a company called IROC Marketable Business Solutions, where we provide affordable marketing strategies. And I know we'll dive more into it throughout this talk, but I definitely benefited from finding free and affordable solutions. And if it wasn't for those opportunities, I would not be able to be a business owner. So my business is really founded on those values so that we can give back to those people who are in that same place of needing a start, needing support, and needing affordable help. So that's kind of what I do in a nutshell. Also, look, shout out, I'm a mom and a wife, and sister, daughter, all those things, because we're not just one thing in a vacuum. I'm all those things, and those things really together make up who I am and how I show up in the world.
I love that, Cori. You better shout out your family and all your excellent roles that you play, because like you said, we wear so many different hats. And in wearing so many different hats as an entrepreneur, how do you kind of manage all of those different things? You know, running your business. Are you also employed somewhere else? Because, you know, some of us are dually, you know, we work it and we try to do our business. How do you wear so many different hats? And if you do, like, how does that work for you?
Yeah, so I am a full-time entrepreneur. So shout out to you guys who have taken the plunge, burned all the boats, and went head first into business. But I also am a homeschool mom. So I homeschool two kiddos. We're year-rounders, so they are actively doing school a lot of times while I am working with clients and working on products and marketing and doing all the things. So I guess I do have two jobs. I just don't get paid for one. And when it comes to balancing, I like to be really honest. Part of it is having expectations for what I want to accomplish and really putting systems in place to support that so that I don't have burnout, but also life be lifing. Let's just be real. Life be lifing. And so there really is rarely a time when it's 50% like personal life and 50% work, or 50% business work and 50% homeschool. I'm always juggling what needs my attention and priority right now. And I think that we should be more honest about that, because so many people are trying to find this like 50-50 split, and they're struggling and they're wondering, like, why can't I make all this work? Why doesn't it feel balanced? Because it doesn't really work that way.
Right.
Yes, we can find a nice place where we're not stressed constantly and jumping from one thing to another. But there are definitely going to be seasons when your child, you know, you get a call from the doctor's office. They're like, hey, you need to bring your child in, or, you know, the teacher's calling, or your husband needs some attention, or whatever the case may be. And you're going to have to prioritize that over business, over passion, over hobby. And that's totally okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a business coach, I know you take that same mentality when it comes to like working with people like me, who I am an entrepreneur. I am juggling multiple things. How do you kind of like, you know, bring somebody like me that you are, you know, you be coaching into balancing everything out? Because, you know, I call myself the Jill of all trades. I know I can't do everything, but I be trying, girl. I do.
Yeah.
So how do you help somebody juggle and balance those things, even though they are pulled in different directions as an entrepreneur and all the other titles and things that we wear?
Yeah, so first, when I work with clients, I ask them what their goals are, right? Because my goals for them may not be where their priorities are. Some people go into business and they have a specific goal. Maybe they want to get their kid into, get pay for their kids' college, buy a house, pay off a car, or maybe it's all about impact. So it's really important for me as a business coach to not put my ideas of success onto someone else. So I ask them, what is your ideal success? What does it look like? Paint a picture for me. What is the time frame you're expecting to get to that goal? And then I say, where are we now, realistically? Because some people be having pipe dreams, y'all. They ain't made no money. They ain't built no product, no service. They like, I want 10K next month. What? We'll pause. Let's be realistic for a second. But once we have those goals, we do a bit of an audit and we say, okay, based on the goals we have, based on the time frame we want to get to them, what are we doing right now, right? That's headed towards those goals, and what may we need to shift or prioritize or put into place to assist us. So we kind of start at that big goal first and then break it up into what I call action steps, where we know every month what we need to be doing. We know every week what we need to be doing. We know every day what we need to be doing, because if something does happen, like I keep saying, life happens, right? If something happens, it's okay to have a bad day or an off day, because you already have things in place to lead you up to that big goal. But if you're just kind of winging it, you're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna be like, dang, I had to take my kids to the doctor today, so I didn't work. Or my husband wanted to go on a date night, so I didn't work. And now a month has passed and you've made no progress. So you can wear all the hats, girl. We can have it all. This is 2024. Somebody telling you can't have it all, they're lying.
They're lying.
But we do have to have a plan. We do have to have clear goals, and then we have to have a really outlined action step system to obtain those goals.
Absolutely. And somebody like myself, I always put myself in the mix.
I
don't need to talk about me. So look, and we're going to have my own one-on-one coaching session. I'm just going to tell you right now, Coach Cori. But somebody like me, like like I said, I call myself a mega tasker, multitasker, queen of all trades. I won't stop, can't stop, because I absolutely love to thrive in the spaces that I'm in, because I know I'm very familiar and I'm knowledgeable in the spaces that I'm in. I have different businesses happening simultaneously. And, I really want to make sure that I'm marketing and promoting those businesses well. And I'm also doing good business for my clientele and, or the people that, because some people are not clients, but they're, I don't know, it's weird, but you know what I mean? Like, how do I, manage all of that? And don't give me all of it, because girl, say some of that for my 101. Manage all of that while building out the brands and focusing on marketing and promoting those businesses.
Yeah, so systems is going to be key. Systems. We can do so much, but we have to be honest and know that we only have 24 hours in the day. Yeah. When I first started doing business for real, right? Because sometimes we kind of playing, but when I started doing business for real, I was like, why is it that Beyonce, Oprah, all these big people, they got the same hours in the day, but it seems like they can do so much more, right? And I realized it's because they have systems and they have teams. And so for newer entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs working on a shoestring budget, like some of us are, we may not be able to hire out a team yet, but what we can do is have systems in place. We can also leverage automation, and there's a lot of affordable automation things that are available to us, like email marketing automation, like lead gen automation, even posting on social media automation. And those things can help us kind of 10x our day. So yes, we have 24 hours in a day. You can have multiple businesses, multiple interests, multiple things tugging at you. But when you have systems in place, then there are protocols, there is automation that can help you leverage your time. Because instead of me sitting here, people are like, oh, you post every day. I don't be really posting every day. I have a system.
That's why I need to automate.
Automate, yes. People like, you be posting from everywhere. Do I really? They like, you be live. Am I though? So sometimes, we have to be smart with our time. We want to work smarter, not harder. And when you really incorporate true systems into your business, when you have those SOPs that nobody want to talk about, so many of you come from corporate, you got all them SOPs and protocols, you go into your own business and you act like you ain't never heard of an SOP. Get you some standard operating procedures so that you can figure out what works and then just duplicated, right?
Right.
Because we want to be able to turn 24 hours in a day into 60 hours, into 120 hours, to 50 hours, because
Mm-hmm.
we do a lot of things, but we ourselves cannot, right? By
That's
ourselves.
right.
So definitely the answer to that is systems, systems, systems.
I love that. And I'm telling y'all, listen, y'all heard it first only here at the gym. We got systems we about to put in place, y'all, as entrepreneurs, as fine entrepreneurs, or if you just want to do it in your busy life, in your social media and influencer world. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. We gonna put systems in place with Coach Cori, y'all. All right, only here at the gym, y'all. Got the exclusive folks, y'all. All right, so I know we kind of went, a little bit ahead of ourselves, but I'm absolutely amazed at like how you think about coaching and how you teach people to really, look at themselves realistically and not just in this fantasy world of, what, you can do everything, girl, go ahead and do it. You're like, oh no, let's see what you got to work with. Let's bring that back, right? And then
Yeah.
let's kind of work out some systems and leverage that. I love that. So let's talk about your successes. I know you've had a lot of wins, and how long have you been in business? And then also, how have you been successful in what you've been doing?
Yeah, so I have been in business with this company for about 6 years now. And when I talked earlier, I said you define success. So the first year success was don't end up in debt. And that's an okay thing to say. That was my first year. I said, please, Lord, let me end in the black. Because if I end in the red, I'm gonna throw in the towel. I was like, I can't be in debt on something that I'm passionate about. The second year, I was like, I want to pay off my car. I was poor back in the day. Let's some of y'all was poor. Y'all with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We was struggling. We was eating potted meat, bologna, sandwiches. It is what it is. I was in the hood, gunshots going, yes. I was poor. And I got my car repossessed, not once, but twice. And I said, you know what? My goal is this year, not only to end up in the black, but I don't want to have to look out my window and hope my car is there. And so I paid off my car. That was success. Like sometimes we got to be realistic. Again, it's cool to have these. Oh, I want a jet set. I want generational wealth. But I wanted my car to be paid off, because when I tell you, I was just every morning I'm waking up like, is it there? Is it there? Is it? And some mornings it wasn't, y'all. It was not there. And so that was success. The next year I said I wanted to take my husband on a trip, and I didn't want to have to worry about money because my husband was working and he was doing all the getting the for real paycheck while I was building my business. I said I want to take him on a trip, and I don't want to have to worry about nothing. I just want to be able to swipe. And I did that. So that was like the first 3 years of business. Just like that was what success was. Now, of course, we've grown up a little bit. We're not a baby entrepreneur anymore. And so we have some bigger, loftier goals, some that are about finances, but more importantly, some that are about impact. Like how many people can I support, right? How many programs can I offer free or at low cost? Those types of things. And so success to me now is about having a sustainable business that can really change the lives not only of my clients, but also their audience, right? Because I don't want to just touch 1 or 2 people. I want to touch folks that's going to touch more folks. And so that has been the biggest success for me. And then kind of adding to that, because I homeschool, my kids get to see, what I'm doing. And so they too have had their own businesses or work for me and my company. And so now we are leaving a legacy of people who have some skill sets that they can now utilize, or they can monetize their passions as well. So that's what success has really been like in my journey.
I love that, Cori. Coach Cori, sorry, my bad, y'all. Yes, Coach Cori.
We friends now.
Yes. So what area are you in? Are you in the DMV or are you somewhere else? Like what area?
So we're going to say this. Look, I consider myself DMV because the letters are D, M, and V. And I live in Virginia. But for those who actually live in the DMV, they be like, girl, you in the country. I'm in 757 Hampton Roads near Virginia Beach. They say we country.
Oh, okay.
But the V is in there, y'all. And
the V is in there.
It's in there. So I'm close. I can close enough. So if you want to send me DMV, fine. If you don't tell me, because I'm still saying DMV. Okay.
Yes. And I'm saying because, I just launched Promo Queen, and we're going to talk about that. But I need you at one of our next events, girl. I need you to be talking to the people in person, because I just left the networking event and had a great turnout. And folks were like, well, how can we come to your next event? And who all you got? We got people that's going to be in the building, because we going
I'll come up there. Look, you up the road. I'll come up there.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We'll make sure to take care of you when you get here, girlfriend. Yes. So listen, with great success, there also comes failure. I know you talk about your car getting repossessed, not once, twice, but that's not, to me, that's not a failure. That's an area of opportunity and something that you learn from and you were able to grow and overcome, right? So somebody said, that's my Cori Training Transformation Lab. So tell us about a time where you thought you were going to really succeed at this particular thing, but it actually didn't turn out to be that way. And it was kind of a failure, or I hate calling it a failure, but it was, not achievable.
That's so funny. Like I was like, like while you were saying, I was like, okay, I know where she's going with this. Let me think. But I really have changed my mindset so much that failure doesn't really exist to me. And I know that may sound like cliche or like, oh, you're living in a fantasy. But like you said, really any place where I don't fully succeed is a place of growth and opportunity, because I'm still alive. I always have a new opportunity to do better the next day. And really, from the times when I don't do so great are the times where I'm like, oh, bet next time I got it. Like I learned something from them. Watch me. I tell people, don't. I may not be doing things the healthiest way. I love kind of acting out of spite. People done told me I can't do it. People said I can't. They like, oh, look at her. She done failed, whatever. Watch me. Watch me work. Those be the best days. Somebody that made me hot. I'm like, watch. That's when I make 5,000 in a day. I'm like, bet. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sure there are definitely times. I'm trying to think as I talk of times where I've fallen short. Of course, there's been times where like I've launched something that hasn't done well, or I've tried to launch something that didn't hit my target dates, or maybe I tried to work with a client and they weren't, exactly satisfied. But I'm big on being solution driven. So when things don't exactly pan out, I'm very much like, okay, how do we fix this? How do we make this better? How do we learn and grow? How do we utilize this to shift and pivot? And then I make those moves. And so I would say if you're out here listening and you feel like you're failing left, right, and everywhere in between, change your mindset to be like, okay, I'm out here learning and growing, right? I'm out here building those muscles and I'm gonna be super strong because of this. Because if you have never gone through anything, how can you help or train or teach somebody else? Right? You got to go through it. Think about a lot of us grew up in church, testimony service. They be the deacons, the preachers, all the people in the leadership positions, been a crackhead, they've been a prostitute, they've been broke, homeless. If they didn't have those stories, come on now, they wouldn't be in those positions. So sometimes we have to take those growing pains and say, oh, I'm about to be fire. I'm about to have a word for the people, and then utilize that to keep us going.
Oh my goodness, Cori. Yes. All the stuff, y'all. Y'all heard it first. Only here at the G.E.M, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. We got the right people in the building. Shout out to Miss Coach Cori, y'all. Coach Cori in the building. So listen, what do you feel has been like the best compliment that anyone has ever given you as a coach and also as an entrepreneur?
Oh my gosh, there's been so many. I think for me, the biggest compliment is when I see people win. Yeah. Right. You have to tell me that I did a good job, even though that's great to hear from time to time. Like, keep the compliments coming. But I really enjoy seeing people win because I'm like, oh my gosh, not only did we do the work, but they're implementing it and then they're doing more on top of it. I remember I had a client, shout outs to Comfort. I'm gonna say her name. That girl, boy, she was like, I was so scared to do a live. Like, what if I mess up? And I was like, I'm just pushing her. You can do it. You can do it. I said, you know what? Go live, talk about anything, and all I want you to do is not delete it. She was like, all right, I'm gonna try. She did it. Boom. People was like, oh my God, I love you. This is so good. They were just all up in her comments. And it was crazy because we did our coaching, she grew, but months later, I was like, wait a minute, is that Comfort? She done started a brick and mortar in Ghana supporting students that have disabilities. She's out here speaking, training, social media. She's live all the time, everywhere. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, the growth. And so that's where I'm excited. That's where I'm happy. And that's where I feel the biggest compliment. Like, don't just hear me. Don't just show up, but do the work, because that's when I'm excited for you and for me.
I love that. Y'all heard it first. Do the work, y'all. Do the work. Not just hear it, but actually put some action behind it, y'all, so we can be successful out here in these streets. If you could go back to your 18-year-old self and just be like, girl, I got some stuff to tell you before you get a little older, what would you say to her?
Oh my goodness.
The little Coach Cori.
Look, she wasn't even a coach then. She was wilding out. Look,
Hey, Cori.
me out here, y'all, it's a whole different breed. She was this mindset, physical, mental, none of that. But I think if I could go back and kind of impart any true wisdom that I think would have made an impact, I would tell the 18-year-old Cori, it doesn't matter what's going to happen to you, right? You will be able to overcome it. When I was 18, I had gotten accepted early admission to BCU. I was going to be a psych major. You know, I had never been broken up with before. Yo, I thought I was the best thing since sliced bread at 18. I had been a cheerleader, president of the drama club. Like, I was that girl. And when I tell you, at 18, I got dumped for the first time. I failed classes. I gave all my little money to the college just to be a dropout. My eyes got messed up. Ended up, it was a whole thing, y'all. It was a mess. And it took me years to find myself, right? And so I think just telling myself that, girl, it's going to be okay. Things are going to happen, because I didn't need to know all the things that were going to happen, because they make me who I am. I don't want to like erase them, but I just wanted me to know it's going to be okay. You're going to figure it out. You're going to grow. You're going to mature. You're going to find your tribe of people to support you, and you're going to be amazing. So that's what I would tell myself.
I love that. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love that. Tell me about the 3 most influential people in your life and the impact that they have had in your life.
Oh my gosh. Look, don't be mad at me if I don't name y'all. I'm sorry. So many people have impacted my life in such amazing ways. First, definitely my son. He is now 12 going on 55. And being a mother really made me mature. Right? It made me realize, like, this, we're not about to play. It's time to get serious, because you're not only responsible for yourself, but you're responsible for others. And because he's just so smart, he keeps me on my toes. I'm like, oh, I got to show up and show out, because he's starting a business. I can't make less than him every month. And he got a YouTube channel. I can't have less subscribers. And he out here making connections. I can't be afraid to go in spaces and talk and show up as my authentic self. And so he's definitely somebody who inspires me every day and definitely keeps me on my toes. Another person that has been super influential in my life is one of my really good friends, my mentor, Jackie. I've never met someone so strong. Like, you don't have to be in a leadership role to be a leader. Like, when I'm having a day where I'm like, I don't know if I can do it, I'm like, man, the things that she does, I have no excuse. If she can do it, then I better do it. And so just having somebody in your life that's just such a strong person with great character, with great values, that keeps it real, puts you in your place, that really allows me to show up as my best self every single day. And then I guess last but not least, look, it's hard. I'm like, who am I going to say? I think, let's see. I'm like, oh my God, there's just so many people. Y'all gonna be mad at me. I'm sorry. I guess the last person is my good friend, Lucia. One of my really good friends, but also a mentor. One year I put out a challenge for myself. I don't know if you guys have heard the idea of, like, you are the sum of your closest, like, 10 or 7 friends or whatever the number is. And I had been surrounding myself with a lot of good people, but my sum wasn't adding up. I needed to raise the bar. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to find a friend that got some money. I'm going to be real. I said, I want to find a friend that got some money, who knows how to make money, keep money, and who has a bigger sphere of influence. Because I needed to be in rooms that weren't already available to me. And luckily, through an organization called Toastmasters, I got myself in a little leadership position. And I was able to find public speaking. Yeah, get in there. I was able to be in a leadership position. So I was looking for people to work with me. And somebody was like, oh, you got to meet this chick named Lucia. I was like, bet. When I tell you, it changed my life. I was able to go into rooms, like I said, that I never would have had access to. I was able to be, a person just kind of listening in to conversations. When you are around people that are in a very different tax bracket, I already told y'all I used to be poor. You know what I mean? So you don't even know how to get money. You don't even know how people that got money are doing things, having conversations. You're told to dress up in a suit, show up to a place. They are making business deals over golf, over cocktails, and in the box at a football game. I was like, oh, I'm in here with business owners, doctors, lawyers, you know what I mean? And so that really allowed me to change my mindset about what was possible. And I love that she has just been such a positive inspiration. When I used to tell my friends, nothing against them, but they weren't in a place that I was trying to go, I would say, yo, I'm trying to make this amount of money. And they'd be like, girl, you serious?
Right.
I told her, she was like, that's it? Come on, what's that? And there, that will shift you. When somebody look at you like that ain't even high enough because they're on a different level. That's what I needed. So look, everybody else who has made, supported me, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Just 3 that I want to shout out today. Exclusively here on the G.E.M.
Only on the G.E.M. Yes. So, some of those people that and people that you might not have named, I know they have dropped gems in your life that stuck with you. What are some of those gems that people have dropped in your life that you like, you know what, I always remember this thing because so and so said it, and when I saw it applied to my life, it did X, Y, and Z. What are some of those gems?
Yeah, one of the biggest gems was just show up as me. When I started this business, I had a lot of fear that people would not take me seriously because I didn't have a background in marketing. I didn't have a background in coaching. Actually, before when I started this business, I just was saying I was a virtual assistant, and then it just kind of grew over time. And so I was very nervous about that. I was like, okay, well, how do I need to look? Right? What does my hair need to look like? What does my makeup need to look like? What does my clothes need to look like? How do I need to talk? And someone told me, girl, just be you. The people who are for you will be for you. And believe it or not, people are going to, gravitate towards you and want to do business with you. And that really shifted how I felt about showing up. I'm like, oh, well, I can show up, whatever feels comfortable to me, whatever makes sense to me, and still make an impact in the world. And that, like I said, that really shifted everything. Some other things that I was told was stop counting people's pockets. I used to.
Oh, that's a good gem. That is a good gem.
Well, often we think, well, let me discount something because maybe they can't, or let me add this to it. And we're just always trying to figure out what the person's gonna say, especially when it comes to sales. And they were like, stop counting on people's pockets. You know what your value is. Tell the people what your value is and let the chips fall where they may, because the people who you giving all these discounts to and letting them pay nickels and dimes for something that's worth millions, they are going to run you to the ground and ain't invested a cent. And so just keeping that in my mind, being like, nope, I know my worth. I know my value. I know what impact I'm going to make, has really helped me stay the course and really connect with the people I was meant to connect with.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And speaking of knowing your value, and I know that you do a lot of business coaching and you teach people, different ways to market themselves, automation, all of those different things. Do you also help people with realizing their true value, and understanding how much they are really worth?
Yes, definitely. One of the things I say to all of my clients, even just people that are in our free communities, I'm like, you're already an expert. Because so often they're new to business, but they've been doing this thing, whatever it is, for years for free. We are known for just giving it away. You've been coaching your auntie's cousins, flying down the street for forever. They've had major impact, right? And then you get into business like, I'm just starting. I've only been doing this for no. I deal with ed consultants. They've been teachers, principals, 20 plus years in the game. Then they go into coaching and they're like, oh, I've just been coaching. It's like, no. Don't leave those experiences behind. You're already an expert. Believe me, if you're trying to monetize this, you're probably pretty good at whatever you're trying to sell. Definitely leverage all of you, all of that experience, all of that knowledge, and make sure you price yourself appropriately. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We got to change our mindset around money. There's nothing wrong with asking for what our value is. Period. Just that's the end of the sentence, period. It's nothing wrong with that. So often I think we're told oh my God, why would you charge people, especially people who are like us? I mean, if you really cared about the people, you would give it for free. Then how am I supposed to keep my life going? How am I supposed to be able to support these people? All the tech has to be paid for, my time, my mortgage. Make it make sense. So no, get paid what you're worth.
And I like something that you said about, because I used to think like that. I'm gonna be honest, Coach Cori. I used to think oh, maybe I'm setting my prices too high, blah, blah, blah. But what I realized is that the right people that really are assigned to you and that need your business or that are going to come your way and really be your client they're gonna pay the price. They're gonna pay the price because they need your service. You know what I mean? I used to shortchange myself giving discounts or thinking, oh, that's too high, because I'm thinking thinking like us, right? Like you
Mhm.
said, Coach Cori, that we would not value maybe what it, not that it's not valuable, but I don't know, we just wouldn't pay that much, right? But we
Yeah.
do it all the time. We do it for things that matter to us, right? And that are important
Mhm.
to us.
That
We make that investment. So why not set your price and leave it there? If you want a Gucci bag, you Gucci ain't worried about what you can and can't afford. Gucci
okay.
gonna set them prices, leave it there, and you gonna buy a Gucci bag or not. You gonna buy them Gucci slides or not? They're not gonna change the price point. And you buying it because you want the look, you want the brand, you want all of that comes with that. And so the same thing for us, like, we set it and forget it, so to speak, right? But
Absolutely. That's why I tell people,
yeah,
they be like, oh my God, they'll never. You'd be surprised what people spend money on, and they'll
yep,
spend it to those folks. Then they'll spend it for you. So many people are like, well, they
yeah.
say if I spend this money, I should have direct access. Who else you got direct access to? You spend a whole bunch of money at Walmart every week. You don't get to talk to the CEO of Walmart. Make
Right,
sense. The CEO of Starbucks, like you
right,
said, Gucci, Yeezy. Come on
yep,
now. You buy tickets to see Beyonce, you ain't even near her for good.
exactly.
Let's stop this. So yeah, we sometimes have to shift our mindset, but also I'll add to this,
Mm-hmm,
especially when it comes to business owners. I always say invest in the types of products you sell because that will
mm-hmm,
shift your mindset around how much something's worth. So for instance, I sell coaching courses and different things like that. I invest in those types of things so I can go behind the scenes and see what people are putting out, what my competitors are putting out, see what kind of value they are at that price point. And so it's
mm.
important because it's very hard to sell something at a price
That's
point
good.
you have never invested in. You selling
Mm,
something $10,000 and you've never purchased anything over 500. It's
mm.
gonna be hard to make that sale.
That is good. That is really good. I never thought about that. Now that is really good. Come
Okay,
on,
now
y'all. Coach Cori over here dropping gems only at the gym, y'all. Listen, I told y'all this is gonna be good. This season 2 has come in with a bang, Coach Cori. And I'm like so excited because there's just so many wonderful people that came in this season to grace us with their presence. And you are one. Listen, thank you for dropping so many gems. But before I let you go, because we still got so much shit to talk about. What are some of the podcasts that you listen to?
oh my gosh. So I'm a bit weird. I do like to get education, right? So definitely tune into the gym because that's where you want to be inspired, motivated, and all the things in between. So that should be one of your first ones. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that button now. But I also like to just kind of giggle, y'all. I do a lot of serious things all the time, and so I love to watch and listen to Life Cracks Us Up. Look, I'm a little young for it, but I still have I was raised by my grandma, so I can relate. But it's two ladies kind of in their 50s, and they are talking about like all the crazy things that happen in life, kids, men, current events. And it's fun just to kind of be able to tune in and just leave life's troubles behind and laugh for a little bit. I also like them two brothers from the UK. Was it Shits and Gigs? Excuse my language. They are hilarious. And again, I like to just kind of be able to chuckle and enjoy myself. I also love anything Kev on Stage puts out with like That Chick Angel, all of that. As you can see, I like the black folks. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see us win. I'm a support. I'm a like. I'm a review. I'm gonna do all the things. But those are just 3 podcasts that I've been really tuning into lately, just to give myself a little bit of a reset and have a good time.
I absolutely love that. And thank you for sharing that. So if y'all not already watching, make sure you guys tune in, not just to the gym, but some of the other ones that you mentioned, because we all need those outlets. We can't just have all work and no play, y'all. So definitely tune into other podcasts and get some entertainment. Get some entertainment. If you could be remembered for one thing, and it doesn't have to be one. If you could be remembered for those things that you want to be remembered for, what would it be and why?
If I could be remembered for anything, if people at my funeral and they're saying good words, I would hope that the overall theme of what they're saying is that I cared so much about others, right? That I was able to leave a lasting impact. Like I said earlier, my goal is not to just impact a few lives. My goal is to work with people who can touch people that I would never have the opportunity to touch and bring forth positive change in their lives. That's why I work with the people I do. I work with coaches and consultants because they coach and consult other people. I want to make just such an impact that it just ripples through space and time. And so if they are talking about me, I just want them to say, yep, she cared. She impacted so many lives in a positive way. People were able to live the lives that they deserved. Right. And I say deserve because it isn't something that only a few people should have. Right. No, deserve. We were all put on this earth to fulfill something amazing, whether it was to teach, whether it was to entertain, whatever the case may be. And I really want us all to walk in our passions. I can't imagine my life getting up and doing something that was just like, oh, I'm getting paid to do it. And ain't no shame to no 9 to 5. Plenty of people like their 9 to 5s, contrary to popular belief. Like some people, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But some of you are just so special and you are sitting in a place that is not serving you. And so I hope that the people that I get to touch are able to realize what that amazing passion is that they do want to monetize, and that lets them lead the life that they were meant to. So that's what I hope people say at my funeral. You know what to put in the obituary and all the things now. You got it.
We love that. We love that. And that's a love legacy, Cori, that you are leaving behind for your son, for your family, and for everybody whose life that you will touch. And that is truly, truly not only a gem, but a true blessing. So everybody that's connected to Coach Cori, that is a love legacy that she is passing on to you, to us, because we friends. We in there now, y'all. We in the DMV. Listen. So if people were interested in getting your coaching service, what would that look like?
Yeah, so we have lots of different offerings. I've been talking about this idea of affordability. So some of you may be in a place, and I like to be very honest and transparent, where you're just getting started and the funds are not there. We have free communities where we do free trainings every single week. So you pay nothing at all, no commitment, no contracts. I just want to make sure that you at least have a place to grow, learn, and explore what it is that you want to monetize, right? So that's step one. Now, for those of you ready to start this for, real entrepreneur journey, we have things as simple as courses and toolkits where you can go in and do some work self-paced. We have group coaching where you can be in a collaborative experience that makes it a little bit more affordable to have more contact with me and my amazing experts to get what you need to grow, start, run, and scale your business. And then for those of you who are ready to 10x it, you ready to make some some business moves, we have one-on-one coaching that is available to really support you in your specific business and really set some strong goals and make sure you're implementing them and getting them there in a really nice amount of time. So there are lots of options just depending on, again, where you are. But the best thing about it is we got something for everybody. So if you're a coach, consultant, speaker, author, trying to grow your business, we will be here to support you.
I love that. And you definitely got to tell the people, where can they find you? Because they're going to be searching for you now, girl. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, who was that on the G.E.M? That was Coach Cori. Yeah, we brought her right here on the G.E.M. So tell people how they can find you. If you want to send a link to, I don't know if you want to put it in the chat, or if you want to share the link, or just share your pages so people can follow you. They can do the link and when they follow you on social media. So y'all got to follow her so that you get the link.
So first and foremost, if you're looking for the home of the business, you can go to IROC. That's IROC. It's Cori backwards. But yes, IROC, Marketable Business Solutions. There you will be able to see all the information about our company. So you'll be able to see what we do as far as me speaking. If you want me to come, because I'm going to be at the next G.E.M event, you can see our coaching offerings, our marketing offerings, and be able to connect with us that way. Also, we're on all the major social media platforms at IROC MBS. So if you put in IROC MBS, and that's M's and Mom, B's and Boy, S's and Sam, then you definitely connect with us. You can connect with us at Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it, TikTok, YouTube, heck, Google me. We there. There's not places that we're not. So definitely connect with me. I'm always available to do free consultation calls because every business is unique. Every dream is unique. And so I don't mind having a quick conversation with you, a virtual coffee chat, if you want to call it that. So we can kind of dive into what you're trying to do, and then I can point you in the direction of the best resource for you and your budget.
Absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Y'all heard it first here on the G.E.M. Coach Cori came in the building, did her thing, y'all, and blessed us with her presence and amazing, amazing entrepreneur journey, but also her ability to coach us through our process as entrepreneurs and help us get to that next level, y'all. You gotta have the right mindset. You gotta look at your circle and the sphere of influence around you. Make sure you level up, baby. Level up. We love our friends right here, but we gotta get up here, right? And so we gotta level up. Anything else, Coach Cori, that you want to share with the listeners and viewers?
First, I want to just thank everyone for tuning into this amazing podcast. Make sure y'all subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We want to keep our lights on too, give the views, do all the shares, do all the things. But also, if I could say, leave you with anything is don't let others' views of you change what you know about yourself. Yeah. Like I said, you were put here for a reason. And it may not be entrepreneurship. It could just be anything. But I want you guys to think about that and then pursue it. Because that's what life is about. You have one life to live, and I want you guys to live it to the fullest, right? Unlock your potential and make your dreams a reality.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on the G.E.M. Thank you for rocking with the G.E.M. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, hit the notification, all those good things with the G.E.M. But also make sure you guys follow Coach Cori. She has some amazing gems that she's going to share with you about marketing your business, even the coaching sessions. Coach Cori, let's set up my coaching session too, because I need it too. We all need it. I need a good coach in my life. I really do. Please hit me up. But yes, for real, because these gems are just a tidbit, and I'm sure a tip of the iceberg of what is in store if you are definitely ready for coaching. And everybody needs a good coach. Please don't let people fool you by saying, "Oh, you don't need all that." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I have it in other bit, like in real estate. That I have a coach in real estate. You need a coach when it comes to your business things, and someone who is very knowledgeable, such as yourself. And I'm excited to be connected to you, Coach Cori, and we're gonna do some amazing things, girl.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for being on the G.E.M. We appreciate you. Have a blessed and prosperous day.
Bye,
all right, good night.